Welcome to Twin Bridge Dairy Goats. We're glad you're here. It's about family, farm, and our girls. We're located in beautiful central Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. There's always something going on at the farm. So come along. This is what happened today. Out of the entrance. He flew out of the entrance and landed right here. He's carrying a bee. Oh, we just let him go. He just dropped him right there. Did you see that? Isn't that amazing?
It is. What's amazing is you keep talking at full volume, and I'm trying to shush you all the time. You're gonna get stung.
Okay guys, it's been all I can do to not open up the hive. It's been 2 weeks. Yesterday was actually 2 weeks. When I got the bees, installed the bees, that was the bee.
I got buzzed.
You got buzzed.
On my hair. You're lucky I didn't scream. I'm gonna step back.
We don't want to buzz Teresa. She doesn't like bees in her hair or
June bugs.
June bugs. Super excited. This is 2 weeks yesterday. We had a lot of things going yesterday. I wanted to inspect the hive yesterday. It's been all I can do not to get into it because you're not supposed to mess with it after it's installed for 2 weeks. But today, it's going to get suited up and we're going to go in there and we're going to see what's going on. Hopefully the queen's laying eggs good. That's what we're looking for. That's the key thing we're looking for. The hive is actually beginning to thrive. We only had the 5 frames in there. I put 5 extra frames in there with nothing on them, just foundation, and hopefully they're filling them out. That's also what I'm looking for. So let's get suited up and get in there. Fill the matches.
Oh, it's really smoking.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, guys. We got the smoker going. It's time to get in that hive and see what's going on.
He has it strapped down because the wind gust has been pretty bad this last week or so. I don't feel comfortable just leaving it set on the table. Didn't know that it would be heavy enough. He's got water set up in there.
Okay, I took off the rapid feeder. That's what the bees have been eating all this time. I've been filling it up about every day and a half. And that's about a half of a gallon of 1-to-1 sugar water or sugar syrup. Seems like a lot, but you're supposed to feed them for at least 2 weeks like that, and that's what I've been doing. So let's put a little smoke down in here. And I'm going to take off this first box. This is really exciting, guys.
Okay, where are you going to set that box whenever you...
Well, there's nothing in it, see?
Oh.
It's like a shim.
Gotcha. You need some more tables out here.
This inner cover is what all the bees are underneath. So I want to make sure that the queen is not underneath that when I pop it off. And they've already started to propolis down because it's tight. It should just slide off, but it's not. So I'm going to have to use my hive tool. Break that. Oh, they really got it sealed down. Look at this.
Now, what is that?
This is the inner cover. Remember, that was just nothing. Now they put wax on top of it. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. This stuff's awesome. This is awesome. Look at all this wax. They're starting to build up on the frames that I put in. The empty frames that I put in, they're building on. I can see. I want these bees to kind of go back in there. I'm going to start on the outside frame because I don't want to roll any bees in between the frames as I pull them out. Good idea. This outside frame is one that I put in, and it was just a blank foundation, and there is bees covering this frame right here. This was the one that I was going to take out. This was the one that I expected to not have anything on it, and it is loaded with bees. I can see the bees down in there in between the gap between the two frames. My expectations are just super high right now. Got a couple bees on that one, but see, there's really nothing on it. This one over here, it's loaded though. This is the second frame from the inside, and the bees are just clustered on it. I can see.
Oh, that's awesome,
this.
honey.
They're drawing out the comb.
That's awesome. I don't know what that means, but it's awesome.
Everywhere there's foundation, there's comb being built on top of it. That's drawing out the comb. They're making their own honeycomb on top of the foundation. I'm looking for the queen. Look at this bee right here. It's full of. Look at his legs. Just look at his legs.
I cannot get that close, sorry.
And on that side, I'm going to put it right back in. This is so awesome. Did I am right now? To see that kind of growth in the hive, it's just awesome. To know what you did when you left it and to see it now, it's packing out. It's called packing out. They're not doing too bad. I think I'm just going to keep moving on here.
That's probably attributed to the bee itself, the species of bee,
Yeah.
as far as them being calmer. Which are they? They're cannolis? Is that
Carnolian.
carnolians, not cannolis? I think that's an Italian dish, isn't it? Carnolians. Is that right?
Carnolian.
There we go.
I guess I was so excited I didn't even pronounce it right myself. It's called carniolan.
So I know that that's either packed with honey or pollen. And it's probably honey.
Make sure you're not smashing any bees. Awesome.
Oh, I wish you could see this. The bee is down in the bottom of the comb.
I'll get brave and
It's working.
okay. Let me get brave. I don't have gloves on. All I've got is my net
Look at this.
and my head.
Can you zoom in on that? He's down in the bottom of that comb. Look, she just backed out. See that? That is brood. She's working on brood. And you are getting buzzed.
Yes. I'm backing away, backing away.
Okay.
Okay guys, here's a fun fact. If you look up the differences between carniolan, that's the way it's pronounced, or Italian, those are number 1 and number 2 for Oklahoma bees to have for hives. The carniolans
Okay, now I'm gonna
are
look for the
a
queen.
little more aggressive than the Italians,
Every frame that I
and
leave,
they
I'm gonna
also
pick up the
are
queen first and find out
more
where she's at.
prone to swarm before a year is out.
In the last video,
Fun fact.
It was the very first video. She was on the 4th frame
Of the 5.
of the 5 frames. She was on the 4th frame.
Another reason that I had chose the carniolans was because they overwinter better than the Italians. That's what I've read anyway.
This is one of the. Look at this. They're capping off brood. This is the black foundation frame that I put in. They're making babies and they're capping them off.
Okay, have you found the queen yet?
I have not found the queen.
Remember, she is marked with a yellow dot. So what are you doing? Oh my gosh. That is just amazing. It's just amazing.
Okay guys, at this point I'm probably spending way too much time
They're building
with the hive open.
Do you see that there in the middle?
Yes.
I'm going to point it out. Do you see it?
Yes.
Right there?
Mm-hmm.
That means that they're going to want to be split. They're going to want to split.
After almost freaking out doing the inspection, looking at this thing I thought was a queen cell, it's not a queen cell. It's not a swarm cell. What it is it's drone comb.
Right there.
New beekeeper here, still learning.
So to split them, you would take that particular frame and put in another box? Or a nuke?
Yes, I would take this frame right here and I would put it in another, like a 5-frame nuke.
And do you leave that set up right here in this yard, or would you have to move it?
No, I'd probably move it down to the end of the property.
Now that is the correct procedure to do a split after you also add some resources into your nuke so that your bees have a good start. The drone comb is raised slightly. It's more of a bump instead of just a cap. So with this comb completely covered with bees, it was hard to see. So I took it as the start of a swarm cell. It's kind of embarrassing, but not in a way. After you've read all the information, looked at all the photos, looked at videos, there's nothing like hands-on experience looking for yourself in your own hive. So in the excitement of doing my first inspection,
I can't get close enough to see you.
I was just super excited. Got a little too excited. Made the wrong call. But, you know, we make mistakes, right? It's if we can fix them or not. I guess also how much damage we could do is also something that would be factored in. But no harm, no foul.
Wow.
That is going to be coming out in the next week. And this is going to double the size of the hive.
Awesome. That's awesome, honey. It's exactly what you wanted to do, right?
Exactly.
That cap brood is what is going to emerge as from larvae into bees. And then there were also little bees running around on those frames, and they were more fuzzy. They weren't as slick. If I could describe them, that's the way I would describe them, as more fuzzy, and those were new bees. As I observed, I was absolutely amazed at how much
You still
the
haven't.
hive had expanded in bee population just in the 2 weeks.
You still haven't found her yet?
No, I haven't found it.
Well, you're going to have to find her before you
I will. I'll find her.
do the
I'll find her.
separation, right?
Find her.
Well, guess what, guys? I didn't find the queen. Not this time. She was buried under bees. I didn't brush them off. I did try to blow on them to try to move them, but she was buried in like a layer of bees.
Trying to be very careful not to smash any bees or hurt any bees in the process. Oh my goodness, Brian, they are just...
Brood. There she is. Nope. Is that her? Nope, that's not her. Nope, false alarm. They've got little droplets of sugar water or something on them on their back. Got to be very careful. Put this back so I don't roll or crush the bees. Oh man, guys, I'm just jittery.
I thought I was
Well, I
getting
was
pretty
hoping
good
you'd
at
find the
spotting
queen.
queens. I've looked for queens
Maybe
all
she's
along
on one of the
videos and things that I've
frames
watched,
that doesn't have a lot
and,
going on.
I could not find her this time, and it was
Laying eggs.
very frustrating.
Is that what she would be doing?
You know, did my
laying eggs,
research and everything about it. It says that as long as you see those things in your hive, She is present and she's working mightily.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that.
Again, new beekeeper, understanding what he's looking at. That is a lot of honey down in the bottom, and they're capping it off, and that's pollen on the corners. Definitely worker bees, but probably not nurse. That's on the brood.
One more frame to look at.
I don't see her on this one. I'd have to start all over again.
I ended up going over all of the frames one more time, reverse back the other way, and still didn't find her. But everything that I've read,
You got a cluster
the
down
information
at
that's
on
been
the
on
bottom side of the
videos,
frame. My goodness.
etc., says if you have these things present, you have a queen in the hive.
There's drones on here.
I would also like to add, I tried to be very careful not to crush any bees, and as far as I know, I didn't crush any.
She's not going to be in your water thing getting a drink, is she?
She has people come give her stuff. She has attendants that see about her every need.
Seriously?
Yes, she don't do nothing but lay eggs.
Wow.
That's all she does. Lays eggs.
Life of a queen.
I was probably in the hive too long. My inspection turned into more of an observation hour. I was just intrigued by what I was watching right before my eyes. And if you're not in my bee suit looking at what I'm looking at, you can't appreciate the feeling of it.
They're just busy, busy, busy.
Is that the right frame?
I didn't see the bees accumulating on the front side of that entrance.
It's the one that I saw.
Had I known that, I would have probably wrapped it up, and I would have been a lot more nervous. I did, however, know that I had been in the hive for probably longer than I needed to, because the bees were a little more swarming around me.
Don't see her.
Okay, have you noticed that the cluster at the front entrance is larger? I think I had worn out my welcome and they were done with me, and I probably should wrap it up. But I didn't know what was going on at the front. From what I've read about that particular situation, I probably should have wrapped it up a long time ago. It's really a wonder I didn't get stung. Maybe multiple times.
You know she's in there.
Huh?
I said, you know she's in there somewhere.
I know she's in there, but why couldn't I just see her like the last time? There's so many bees. It's not that there's so many bees. It's the fact that she is either buried down in one of them holes and I can't see her because she's laying eggs. That's got to be it. So I'm going to close this thing back up, I think. And we might give it a couple of days. We'll wait till after the rain blows through and we'll try it again. But I'm going to go ahead and put it all back together. So if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell because there's a lot more where this come from.
Chat later.
Chat later. If you like this video, share it. And if you wouldn't mind, comment. Let us know if this was valuable information to you or not. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we post, because there's always something going on. At Twin Bridge Dairy Goats. Chat later.